Hey, good morning and welcome back to a brand new video of Solo Backpack. So it's been a couple of months since I have last uploaded my video. It was not because I'm lazy, but because I was busy for our a long-term video. Like it's coming to be a good trip from today onwards. So today is the day. By the starting of the video, you can also already say that today is not a good morning, so I am starting this video at night just because we have started our journey already, and we all, me, my family, my mother, my brother and my sister, are going to the UAE, also known as for the special city of Dubai. So we were thinking of staying in Dubai, but unfortunately the Dubai was really packed up on the hotels and all, just because the Expo 2020 was coming. So we were all gonna be staying at Sharjah Hotel, in one of the hotels in Sharjah named Nova Park. So we have started our journey, and we'll be right now we are going to the Calicut or Kozhikode airport, and from there we are going to the Sharjah airport. So it's gonna be a long journey for us to be staying 15 days in UAE and then further moving to another country. So hopefully you guys can continue with me for a long time, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Let's start from here and onwards together in this journey. The place we are now at is the Calicut airport. So first thing we had to do was, coming inside the airport, we had to register for our rapid PCR test. Then we have already asked to do a rapid PCR test from before we are arriving at the airport. So we all had already done a RT-PCR test, and we all had a negative certificate. But since they asked to do the rapid test again, we had to do the rapid PCR present in the airport, and it almost cost us 2500 rupees per person to do an RT-PCR test inside the airport. And mostly from outside the airport it only costed for 500 rupees. After doing the RT-PCR test, paying the amount from outside, we were handed over with the 2 samples for taking the RT-PCR test, and we are asked to go inside. So when we went inside, the first thing we had to do was we had to arrive at the counter of the rapid PCR test, and we did the rapid PCR test and waited for almost 30 minutes for the results to come by. So we were asked to wait in a waiting area. So when the results came in, they came inside the waiting area and started calling our names. So we handed our certificates, and we all came negative results. So we moved towards the boarding area. The boarding area was really packed. I think it was because that day there was no much flights and more like that at that time. So only 2 or 3 flights at that day. So I think the boarding area was really packed. For our flight only, we were traveling in Indigo Airlines. So at that area only the boarding area was really rushed and was moving really slow, just because there was a lot of people waiting in lines and all. So after taking the boarding, we went upstairs to do a security checkpoint. So at the security checkpoint we had a little delay on just because my laptop bag was not accepting through the scanners. They were always rejecting my bag, so we took a few minutes there. Then we moved to our gate, and when we reached the game, not took even 5 minutes, they started calling us in for boarding. So we all started going inside and safely. So before we at the boarding when we are taking our boarding area, we were handed over with a face shield, mask and sanitizer to all, and to the person who was sitting in the middle, a jacket, or what we say, for an they were asked to wear a white jacket at that time, just because of the COVID situation. And during the flight hours we have not provided with any kinds of food items. We were only provided with water, and for coffee also we had to pay. So I thought that was a little more harsh side, because it was a around 3 hour long flight. and it was a uh, bad time for them to serve food because it was at night. Mostly like there was children on board, so they all had to adjust with the water only. Since after that we reached Sharjah airport, and the first thing we did was when we landed, there was a few buses ready for us to take to the airport, inside the airport. So first they took us through a small area inside the airport only. That area was only for doing the rapid PCR test inside the airport, those who are arriving at that time. So we did that, and through after it was like a complete order one. We just came to entry, then we took show our passport, did our PCR test, then came outside to the same bus, and they took us to the arrival area. Then we came outside, and after that we came out of the airport. It was a safe journey. Nothing was like more harsh. Only one problem was that in the flight there was no food, so that was a bit issue for my sister to adapt in. Not much because they have almost slept all the way, not all the way, half the way of our flight duration. So when we reached Sharjah, we went outside and we took a taxi to our hotel. I must say that the road we came outside and we were going to our hotel was one of the most beautiful roads I have seen in UAE. It was clean, it was nice, it was decorated with greeneries two sides, and I loved the way to our hotel. And our hotel was Nova Park, so we took around 10 to 20 minutes to reach our hotel, and I almost enjoyed the way to reach the hotel. So we all were exhausted at that time when we reached the hotel, so we almost all slept by when we reached. We ate food, it was morning, so we ate food, we ordered food, we ate, then we slept and wake in the morning. So then we waited an entire day to get our negative results back from the Abu Dhabi test. Then we were waiting to receive the result. As soon as we get the results, we might go outside. So hopefully you guys can come with me to our next journey inside UAE. Maybe I can show you every single bit of UAE, inside UAE, from Dubai to Sharjah or whatever it is, wherever I travel. So hopefully you guys like the video. I'm gonna wind up my videos now here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and please continue to share, support and likes, because I might have able to bring nice contents from here and onwards. So hopefully you guys liked it. So thankfully, peacing out, Muhammad Shan.